Sharon Stone became hysterical after 80s meeting when Sony executive exposed himself. Stone says the incident happened in the 1980s, when she was still new to Hollywood. Sharon Stone got emotional when speaking about an incident from her past. New to Los Angeles in the 1980s, the actress remembered the excitement of being called to Sony for a meeting while speaking with Kelly Ripa on her Let's Talk Off Camera podcast. I was so excited to wear my special outfit and to meet the head of Sony, she shared, noting she only had one nice outfit at the time. I went to his office and it was, back in the 80s, so the couch was basically on the floor, It was those very low giant couches and my knees were around my neck. And of course, I'm so tall anyway, so I look like, all legs sitting there akimbo on the couch, and he is pacing around the office. Stone said she was inundated with compliments. "Oh, it's true what they say about you and you're the most gorgeous," she remembered the executive saying. "We haven't seen anyone like you in decades. Everybody's talking about you and look at you. You're the most articulate. You're so smart and beautiful and that hair." Then he came walking right up in front of me and he said, "But first," and he took his penis right out in my face. The Basic Instinct actress was stunned. "Of course, I was very young and what I do when I'm nervous, because I'm basically a very bubbly person, I started laughing. And I started laughing and crying at the same time and I couldn't stop because I became hysterical. I couldn't stop, so he didn't know what to do. So, of course, he put it away and he went through this door behind his desk, which I thought, he left, so I didn't know what to do. So I was just sitting there hysterical and eventually his secretary came and led me out, right? But this was not the last of many weird experiences like this in my career," she admitted. Stone said she recently attended a concert at the Kia Forum, where she heard a story all too familiar. Before performing a song, a female artist explained the origin story for it. According to Stone, the musician said that she too had received significant praise for her performance during a meeting with a music executive but was told she needed to perform sexual acts first. The entire audience had this overwhelming sense of identification with her, Stone said of the singer's admission, herself included. "There was no way I could have told this story before," she later reflected on her own situation. "There was no way anyone would listen to me and ever hire me again. Because I wouldn't have been able to tell on the studio head from 1980 because Sony would never hire me again. But the truth of the matter is, they're not hiring me anyway," she said. "Because when I wrote my book, the only thing anybody ever asked me, from the first time I got on, every interview, the first question that never made it into any of the written or audio-produced interviews that I did, was, 'Are you naming names?' That was the biggest concern of all. That was the biggest concern of me writing a book, was Sharon naming names," Stone said of her 2021 memoir, The Beauty of Living Twice. "And I specifically did not name names in my book because it's a pointless exercise. They know who they are." Representatives for Stone and Sony Pictures Entertainment did not immediately respond to SSN24 News Digital's request for comment.